Okay, this segment is not really connected to art in any way, except for that it keeps me from doing my art today because I had a major mother fuck up. I I had to give my son candy for kids at school because he had his birthday, and when I was buying candy, I was taking things too quick and didn't think much. I was rushing through the process as usual. That's my biggest flaw. So I didn't count the candy, and I just realized that this morning after I sent him to school that he might not have enough candy for all the kids and he would feel horrible about it. So I had to forget about all my daily plans and go buy some more candy, and now I'm waiting for him near to his school to pick up another bunch of candy. And here I am back to my super messy studio space, and I wasn't sure what to begin doing at first because it's all so messy, and I have my gessoed page in my new sketchbook. I thought I add some layer of white paint to it so the pages are a little bit thicker and they take up paint better. And I'm super excited about this new size of sketchbook that I got that is bigger than the previous square one I used. And I was just trying to get myself together and start creating because I only had a very limited time left after my morning adventures, and I had about several hours to paint today. And I decided to start on this large sketchbook, and you can see me create something. I always start by just layering some paint, and I felt like using red this morning, and so I did. I got all my paints out and got some water and my brushes. I'm not precious about the process. I just want to begin as quick as possible and let the creativity flow. And so I did, and you can see me paint a little bit this morning, and it ended up being completely different from what you see right now. This layer will be gone in some time. I hope you will find something inspiring in seeing me do this all, and I hope it inspires you to paint today. And I also wanted to share a little thought that I got from something that I listened to today, that creativity is best. It works a lot better when you have some limits, when you have some constraints like I have today. I don't have enough time and I'm feeling stressed and my anxiety is hitting me, and I can see that it really sparks creativity in me. I see things working better when I'm under a little bit of stress. I just continue to layer down the background to create some interest. I'm adding the colors really intuitively. When I feel like adding something light, I will pick something light. When I feel like adding color, I will pick some color. I will continue doing so, and I will even use my crayons and all kind of tools that I have, and I will use very little brushes in here, and this will end up turning into a vase painting actually, because I feel like painting vases and florals is something very comforting for me, and today I felt like I needed this comfort after my morning stress, which is pretty funny, like so little things can make me so stressful. And here you see I'm painting in the shape of a vase. suddenly. I didn't have this planned in my head before, I just felt like doing it, and it turned out amazing in the end. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Hi there, Tex, how's you doing right now? The one you met at the campus day. Wait until you see her, you'll agree. Zoo, 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 zoo. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Hi there, wait until you see her. A, B, C, D, me. My hometown gal. I got a gal. A, B, C, D. Hi there, Tex, how's you doing right now? The one you met at the campus dance. Wait until you see her, you'll agree. Zoo, 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 zoo. And then it kind of turned into this, and I'm really loving the end result. I hope you do too. There is a cat. Can you see it? Hiding in the bushes. I'm so hungry right now. I feel like I could eat an elephant. Finally having breakfast. I wanted to talk a little about my sketchbook practice and the sketchbook itself. This is the one that I bought really cheap. It only costs €9 and it has a whole lot of pages. But the thing is that the paper is really thin, so I have to layer it with some paint or gesso before I begin, because I really like to scratch into the paper, and having a very thin paper is not enough for me. But just recently I realized that there is an ideal sketchbook that I would really love to have someday. It's a Moleskine sketchbook. You probably know this brand because it's so popular and so amazing. And the sketchbook that I found is also large A3, like the one I'm working in right now. But the thing is that it costs €60 here in Latvia, and I'm not sure if I will be able to paint in it without having the pressure on me because of it being so expensive. So for now I will keep this cheap one, I think. So today I really had this idea of painting something very bright and green and nature-like, and maybe include some flowers and grass or foliage in it. And I began with the very bright yellow color. Probably this is me being very happy about the sun finally being here and the weather being so nice. So I just grabbed all my tools and used all my paints as usually intuitively, and I really do like working with a pastel knife because it allows you to create this beautiful texture that I would have not be able to create with a brush. And I really like how easy it's going. You feel like you're just smearing the paint around and some interesting effects happen as you're doing it. I was playing so happily and it all happened really fast. I feel like the most creative and amazing pieces that I make are usually pretty fast made, and I'm not getting into details and not being too precious. I'm just going with the flow, and I'm really satisfied with the one I did today. It's fully like the one that I wanted to create in my mind, I guess. I wasn't sure about the end result as always because I cannot know what will happen, and this is the part that excites me most. And I'm super satisfied with this one, and I hope it inspires you to create art or to just start thinking more creatively about your life in general. And yeah, I'm just super excited to share the end result with you because it's really better than I expected.
You press me to your I would where roses bloom. When you speak, angel, sing from above.
As you know, guys, I'm trying to have a really honest vlog here, and I not only talk about my art, I also share some bits of my life as a very clumsy person. And I've told you before that I'm super clumsy, and today is the biggest evidence of that because I've had two pretty uncool incidents in one evening today. First one was funny because I bought plastic jar of soup, which was actually beetroot soup that we eat a lot here in Latvia when it's getting warmer. It contains kefir and beetroot mostly. So I bought this giant jar, or not a jar, container of the soup, and I had it in my backpack as I was getting my son to his swimming and back, and I dropped the backpack, and as you probably can guess by now, the plastic container got broken and all the soup went out into my backpack, onto my clothes, onto everything that was in the backpack. So now I had to load up my washing machine to clean it all up, and I had to buy another container of this soup because I had already promised my husband that I would have this soup for dinner. Anyways, that's not it. Another situation happened with the washing machine because clumsy me, I was going so fast and I was angry about all the soup situation and my clumsiness that when I was loading the washing machine, I forgot to close the drainage lid in the bottom of it. So when it was um, taking up water, the water was going out on the floor, and I'm so happy that we're living on the first floor, and the only thing that we have underneath our apartment is garage. So I could not flood any neighbors, thankfully, but all my bathroom was filled with water, and I realized that I guess not so fast, so it was a lot of water, and I had to use all my towels to clean this thing up. So here's a story of a casual Ellie's evening. I hope you enjoyed it, and just be careful with everything. Don't drop things, and don't forget to close the drainage of your washing machines. Lesson learned. Hello, voiceover Ellie here. I just wanted to quickly show you what I've been working on just today. You've seen this piece, you've seen me make it, and then this exciting thing happened. I was playing around with different oranges and reds and pastels and mark making, and then I was talking on the phone and not really concentrating much, so I decided to shape it all in this very beautiful blue color, and I think the contrast and the opposites in this color palette are so very vibrant, and the texture even. I really love this. This is the most exciting thing that happened in the studio today, except for my beautiful floral, of course. I have some more gessoed pages for tomorrow. I'm gonna leave that for now. And then while one sketchbook was drying, I decided to play in another one, and this is getting really full. I think there's a sketchbook tour coming up. So I have painted these planets, or are they pebbles? I don't know. I really enjoyed building up the layers, and I used some markers. I have it written stones in here, and I've scratched in this with some ink, and I've used some even crayons and just a pencil, and a lot of textures going on here, and I really love it. I'm not sure about the color palette. I was just trying to make sure there are cool colors combined with warm colors for better contrast and harmony, and I kind of like it. Not sure. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts about this one. And another one is really silly. I was on the phone with my brother. We were talking about stuff, and I just wanted to paint a flower suddenly, and so I did. I had my sketch in crayons, and then I decided to put the paint over the crayons, and this happened, and I'm really satisfied with it. I know it's pretty simple, but I like that the layout of the flower is spreading on whole spread. And another exciting thing is that I ordered a bunch of pretty cool acrylic paints, so there will be an art haul sometime soon, I hope. I hope you will find it interesting. Anyways, thank you for watching. I felt really tired this evening, but I still wanted to do a little something creative in my sketchbook, so I grabbed my son's crayons, which are oil pastels, I think, and I just went crazy, and I added some lines, and you can see that I'm just doing whatever, and I'm not even using brushes or anything. I'm using my fingers. I didn't want to make a big mess, so I just used what I had right here in front of me, and I had a lot of fun. I feel like sketchbooks are so super freeing and so helpful, because you just don't get so precious as on canvas, and you can really play and let yourself be free and feel like a child again. It's so satisfying and so relaxing, and yeah, I just cannot have enough of sketchbooking at the moment. I wasn't using a sketchbook for a lot. I used to just paint straight on canvas, and this was my mistake. I was missing out such a great time, and now I feel like I just cannot get enough. I want more and more sketchbooks and more art supplies to just keep on playing and enjoying these small experiments. And it only takes me like about 20 minutes or so to complete a page sometimes, but it's so worth it. I feel so much better afterwards, and I really feel like every artist should discover this amazing playground for them, because it helps you to really understand what you like and what you don't like, and just let loose and play. And I really enjoy the end result. It's not perfect, but it's worth an experiment, I think. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what I do, please subscribe to my channel, add a comment. I would really love to get into a conversation with you about whatever. I love to connect with fellow artists. You can find me on Instagram, and yeah, let's stay connected and inspired together.